So yeah, it's been 7 days now since I tried to record this video, and I wasn't really happy about it back then when I tried it out. So yeah, I'm trying it again. I'll have to make this one quickly because I have a lot to cover in a short time span. Otherwise, we'll get a freaking long video. And yeah, let's just get on into the video. Today, I want to read some comments you guys have left on my videos. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. Local Hunter 82 says, Chaos Shuffle and 2v8 has been great. Lights Out and My Little Oni were meh. Behavior has hinted that this mode will make return in the future, and they will make an adjustment for the mode. They will make adjustments for the mode, sorry. Mode-related maps perhaps, and more new mods are coming too. Just wait, and 4 years from last update. That's a long hiatus. Welcome back. This is from the video. We need more game modes in Dead by Daylight. So let's just break it down a little bit here. So this person thinks that Chaos Shuffle has been great, and 2v8 has been great as well. I think 2v8 has been great as well, and the same with Chaos Shuffle. It was also a lot of fun. To me, 2v8 were more fun than My Little Oni and the Chaos Shuffle modifiers. So yeah, I think that the 2v8 were better. And yeah, they have hinted that they will make returns in the future, which is great. I really hope they make some sort of a system where they have modifiers at random, basically like a random roll, and then you'll get different kinds of modifiers you could play, and then I hope the 2v8 will return. And yeah, they've hinted this in that it will make a return in the future. And yeah, it's been 4 years ago since I uploaded YouTube videos last time, since basically I made some Counter-Strike videos and I got so freaking tired of just doing it, and yeah, I just quit it altogether. So yeah, and thank you for the welcome back, by the way. Joshua, this 2736 says, I think the grind is a bit crazy, especially with the inconsistency of matches. Yeah, I think the grind is crazy too. Playing 2v8 has, as a survivor, and getting 80k to 150k blood points a match has really opened my eyes to how slow the progression was in the base game. And yeah, I agree too. I think the progression in the main game is kind of slow. Some people would probably disagree with me, but I think it takes a really freaking long time to just peer one survivor, in my opinion. So yeah, I think it should be a little bit easier. And I appreciate the free gifts and the codes, but I think all the players would really benefit from earning more blood points per match. They basically wrote patch instead of match. So yeah, I agree. It's the same opinion that I have. I also appreciate the free codes and gifts they give out. So yeah, and I always spend my blood points as I get them. So personally, I've never had a problem with the 2 mil maximum. But if it's too limiting, then it needs to be increased. Yeah, I agree with that. I think my brother actually, I'm going off a little bit of a sidetrack here. My brother thinks that this cap should just be eliminated altogether. I think too, but I wouldn't mind if they just increased it to 5 million or maybe 10 million blood points. So yeah, I at least would like to see it be increased a bit. It's not like saving 10 million blood points is going to do anything crazy. No, I agree with that. It's I don't think it will do anything crazy at all. Just increasing it, because the grind is so... Think about it this way. There's so many survivors in the game, and there's so many kills in the game, so you have to spend so many blood points to just get one survivor or maybe one killer to P1. And then, like, going one step at a time with a prestige, that's a lot of blood points. That's 1 million blood points, essentially, around that number. So basically, you can only stock up to 2 prestiges, and compare it to the amount of survivors and killers that are in the game and the amount of prestiges you can get. So there's 37 when Dracula comes out, 37 killers, sorry, and was it 44 survivors or 45? Let's just go with the number 44. Take 44 and plus that with 37, multiply this number by 100, and then you have that amount of prestiges there are in the game to get. And further, just multiply this by 1 million, and you'll get how many million blood points you need in the game to prestige all the way up. So yeah, I think it's kind of stupid that there's this much grind. I get that there's grind, and it's also good that there's grind in the game, so people have something to go after. But yeah, I think it should just be a little bit more calmer. And I've talked way too much. I have to jump further into the video with more comments here. Halcyon Hobbit says, I would actually like to push back against this a little. I'm a new DBD player, just over 60 hours, and I've had the game for almost 3 weeks. Welcome in the game. I've played both Survivor and Killer roughly the same amount, with Killer probably having a few more hours, while I have run into toxic players, bully squads, tunnelers, etc. I would say for the most part my experience has been amazing. Well, in the beginning of my time in DBD, it was the same thing. I also had an amazing time. I'm not saying that I don't have an amazing time now. I've just seen way more like toxicity as I went on. But yeah, there are great people in the DBD community. There's not only the bad apples. So yeah, I'm constantly having games where survivors and killers ended up being friendly and chilling. Yeah, I meet this as well. I mean, I meet a lot of survivors and killers who are friendly as well, and killers sometimes have interactions that makes the game fun. Like, I don't know, let's just say that if you get downed and there's a generator, I don't know, they kick the gen and they like look at it or something. I don't know, if something crazy happens, the kill makes an interaction with you. And the same goes for survivors. Survivors can also make some funny moments and interactions with each other. So yeah, there are a lot of survivors and killers who end up being friendly and chilling. And this is from the video, I forgot to mention that. This is from the toxicity video. So yeah, I would like to state as well here that I don't think that the DBD community is all negativity, and like, yeah, you probably get what I mean. I don't think it's negativity all the way. I think there are positivity in the DBD community as well. I just think there's a little part of DBD where toxicity is going wild, and some people have also told me to just ignore it, which I think is stupid, because we gotta address it, the elephant in the room here. But yeah, let's continue on. I know this steps into the realm of whataboutism, especially since I have smaller sample size. Yeah, it's when you play a lot of like more hours in the game. I have 400 hours. I think it was 467 last time I checked. I'm not sure about that. I think it was around that number. You get more into like what is toxic in the game. Cause when I started playing back in 2021 with some friends, we didn't know anything about the toxicity in the game. We just played for fun and that's it. So we had a great experience in the game. So to us, we didn't know anything about like tunneling and slogging and teabagging and whatnot. And yeah, so yeah, you will experience that more as you go on into the game. But once again, I don't think it's all just negativity. I think it's just a small portion of the community. So yeah, just bear that in mind as well. I think at the end of the day, no matter what game you play, there will be toxic players. I agree with this. They will also always be the loudest and the most noticeable people. Yeah, and I tried to, last time I recorded this video, I tried to do this, a little example here. Imagine having 20 people out on the streets. 3 of them will yell, 17 of them will just be quiet. Obviously, you're gonna hear the 3 of them who are loud and screaming, right? But I think it's about telling those 3 people that you shouldn't yell. Like, you should just be calm and collected. And I get the game can get frustrating. I get that. But I think, yeah, that people need to chill sometimes. I just think people should chill. I think if you ignore the toxicity, DBD actually has one of the better and more fun communities I've seen. I kind of disagree with this a bit. I don't think it's one of the better ones. I would actually give this award to Helldivers 2 for sure. And I think DBD is kinda along, as I mentioned in the toxicity video, I think it's along League of Legends and Counter-Strike as well. And yeah, I can't think of any other games on top of my head. But yeah, so further on, Sleeping Mattress 13 says, dude, all these people need to realize that they need to get a damn life. I agree with this. Hop off the screen and go do something other than complaining on a game on pixels. Go out, go work out or make money or whatever. But after a game, no matter how toxic I was killed, I'll be mad for minimum of 2, then I'm over it. I'm completely the same. I get frustrated while I'm in the match, maybe saying a bit of stuff like, oh, this is so fucking dumb or whatever, right? And I think, and I'll believe that most of the community, over 50% of the community, is probably like this. If they have like a bad moment where they are like, oh, fuck this game. I think everyone will have that at some point while playing this game. But yeah, I think it's about just keeping it to that match, and when you're done with that match, you're done, right? You go on to the next match and go on with your day. Don't stress about it after the game, and don't be toxic to anyone after the game. I've seen this a lot with TTVs on YouTube. So many YouTubers have shared stories about this, these TTVs, and yeah, I think it's bad. But yeah, there are TTVs as well that are good. So yeah, I would like to mention that as well. These losers needs to stop complaining, both survivors and killers. Just a game, dude. Get over it. I agree 100%. It's just a game. I get once again that it can be frustrating while in a match and something don't go your way. But yeah, once again, I agree with this statement. People should just stop complaining. Yeah, just get over with your day right after the game or go to the next match, whatever. Minywolf says, I would love for Arts to see this video. And he's talking about, they are talking, sorry, I'm very bad with pronouns. They are talking about the video, The State of Toxicity in Dead by Daylight. You've got actual arguments. Also, I don't think you've mentioned survivors that play on a party to humiliate the killer. No, I forgot to mention this in my video. So yeah, there are survivors who try to humiliate the killer, just going around, messing with them, flashlight blinding them constantly, just pallet stun them. I've seen survivors just going over to pallets and downing themselves so the killer could pick them up, and then they would get like pallet stunned or flashlight blinded, whatever. I've seen some shit from bully squads, and yeah, I forgot to mention this in the video. That can also be toxic. And I would like to mention and state as well that I don't think a flashlight blind and a pallet stun combined together, maybe 2 flashlight blinds, is where I would put the line. I don't think that's toxic. That's a gameplay strategy and a gameplay mechanic, and it's not toxic. I would like to state that this is when survivors constantly do this. Just as I mentioned in the toxicity video, like most of the shit you can do in DBD is not like, it's not toxic. It's just toxic if you just constantly do it. Like just teabagging, pressing the control button over and over at the exit gate. If you do that like twice I basically see it as a good game sort of thing, right? So, but if you just spam control and crouch, I think that's unsportsmanlike behavior. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. And just for the record, I don't think Odds would see this video, but it would be cool if he saw my video. But I'm at 102 subscribers, I think. I think the average views I get is around 100 maybe. So yeah, I don't think he would. I don't think I'm big enough for him to see my videos, but yeah. And I don't know about if I got actual arguments. The thing is, I try to say everything without it being fact and it just being my opinion. So most of the stuff I say is from my view and my perspective basically, and it's my opinions basically. So yeah, but yeah, let's just go on to the next one. Ohiwen. Sorry if I just butchered your name. 1372. Survivor players are definitely much more toxic than killers. TTVs accuse me of hacking and tunneling more than anyone else. Yeah, I've seen so many videos, especially from Spookinjokes. He also uploads a lot of videos where survivors are being toxic and killers are being toxic as well. But I see a lot of survivors who are just going all in on the Soul Shaker, just complaining about everything the killer does. And I think this is just, in my opinion, that's just so fucking stupid. Because everything you can do in DBD are game mechanics. And once again, if you're doing it continuously, like something like teabagging or slocking, or I've seen videos recently about humping as well. I think this is just so fucking stupid and unsportsmanlike behavior. And I kinda, as I told my brother, I kinda compare DBD to chess. And it's weird to compare those two, but what I've learned about chess, I've played chess in 10th grade, 10 years ago maybe? Yeah, around 10 years ago. And the teacher I had in class, he played chess as well. And he basically told me, because I had a mindset as well, where I was like, I had a toxic mindset, okay? Where I just like, I'm gonna get 4 queens and just checkmate him, my opponent, easily. And my teacher told me that, and gave me a really good lesson, that you should just end the game humbly. Just be a gentleman, end the game humbly. Don't drag out the game and don't humiliate your opponent. Just take the W and just go on with your day, right? So yeah, I kinda, this is my, you could summarize my opinions on toxicity in DBD by just saying, yeah, just refer the fucking thing I just said before about chess. That's all I'm gonna say about the toxicity. I think it's just unsportsmanlike behavior. So yeah, it just needs to stop. And survivor players are definitely more toxic than killer players. Yeah, I think killer players can be toxic as well, but I think the most that I've experienced personally were survivors who were toxic. The next comment is from Dirt Expert 9930. As someone who's played only a few days now, playing 2v8 for blood points increase. Yeah, I've played 2v8 as well for the blood point increase. It was great. I only played 2v8 just because it had 400% blood point boost. So yeah, it was fun. But like after a week or something like that, then I kind of just played 2v8 because if I wanted to play DVD and grind, then I had to play 2v8 because of the 400% blood point increase. But yeah, moving on. The wraiths I've encountered are the worst. Just sitting invis at hooks, cages, and as soon as players is unhooked, kills the person that was just unhooked. That's horrible. I haven't really experienced that. I've seen a wraith who got so mad, he chased me for like 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes or something like that, and I could tell that he was so stressed about it. And I don't know if the trapper he played with saw me or they were premates or something like that, but the trapper went over and were like, oh fuck this, I'm gonna down him for you, and then just slashing me down to the ground. And the wraith just stood there and just ring the bell, ding ding ding, and I was like, oh okay, he's a bit salty, I think. But yeah, that's the only, I think that's the most, if you could call it toxic. I just thought it was hilarious, but if you can call it toxic, that's the most toxic thing I've experienced wraith too. It doesn't go after anyone, just hook camping. So when you're constantly doing this to new people, this creates the just wait, I'm gonna make every killer miserable in every match I play. Yeah, it goes down to if you experience something in a game that you think is toxic. And yeah, I'll like to point out that so many players complain about like minor details and minor stuff. But if you continuously just gets this harassment or toxicity or whatever, it builds up and you'll probably go do it to others, is what I would think. But yeah, it creates a never-ending cycle of horrific experiences or whatever. And I haven't played killer yet. Queue times took so long for me. Yeah, that's I think that's the only complaint I have as well about the 2v8 game mode. The queue times are abysmal, if you can say that. Like, they were freaking horrific. 15 minutes just to get into the game. That's I don't think that's acceptable. But I kind of get it because there's 8 survivors and 2 killers, so obviously a lot of killers would probably join in, play with their friends, and have a great time, and then the queues would just like there weren't enough survivors then to match up, and yeah, this creates just a never-ending cycle of queue times being prolonged. So yeah, and the next comment is from Smugwhip. I have roughly 25k hours in Dead by Daylight with at least 4-digit hours in both roles. The only toxicity I've seen gameplay-wise has been survivors sandbagging other survivors. Yeah, to me, I think it's ridiculous when survivors are sandbagging each other. I think, once again, as I've said in my the tunneling, I think there's a soft sandbagging and a hard sandbagging kind of aspect here. So soft sandbagging, I've done that with my brother multiple times. He's done that to me. I've done that to random survivors, and random survivors have probably also done that to me. So if you're soft sandbagging, I don't think that's a problem. I mean, yeah, it's annoying that the killer will target you instead, and you're making gen, and maybe the gen is at 95% progress, right? But the soft sandbagging, on the other hand, hard sandbagging, I think that's horrible. Yeah, I don't think people should do that. That's just stupid. And body blocking people in corners where they can't move until both parties gets AFK crows or die to an endgame collapse. Yeah, I haven't actually seen that. Well, I've seen as a killer, when I played a killer, I've seen survivors just, whenever they get downed in the beginning. I played a game as a huntress where I downed a Meg and a Feng, and they both DC'd right after, I think it was like 1 minute into the match. I just saw them almost instantly. I downed them both with the hatchets and my M1 attacks, and they both just quit the game. And later on, an Ada went AFK in a corner as well. I think that's the only thing I've experienced on this matter here with AFK crows and, I don't know, dying to the endgame collapse. Next comment here. Carlos CKK. I don't think this is a DBD problem. It's more like a society problem, and this is from the State of Toxicity video. I would like to just point that out. And yeah, I think a lot of the shit you can do in DBD is it boils down to a people problem. It's not like game mechanics that's a problem. It's society as you write here. If you walk through every supermarket on every country, you can see sometimes somebody's being rude. I actually haven't seen that in Denmark, so that's that would be a first for me if I ever saw that. But yeah, I can imagine this going on somewhere in the world. It happens on every DBD server. It happens in every game. I don't think it happens in every game where people are playing in a rude way, so to say. But yeah, it happens a lot compared to other games. I don't think it's every game. If you've experienced that, I feel bad for you. The last one, and this video is already getting so freaking long, but I'll take one more comment and yeah, then I'll make another video with more comments. So the last one. Biggie Stickies 4277, sorry. I've only really had one really bad person in my endgame chats. Oh, I've had several people who are just like, why the fuck did you tunnel me? Why the fuck did you cam and slug me? And I've seen so much shit in the endgame chat. So yeah, Capsian Mike was his name. And he just talks so much crap. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I was trying out a new killer build and it wasn't very good. He just berated me and told me to ill myself and how good he was and all this crappy survivor talk. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that shit from survivors as well. Like, I played a game recently as a hack and I just saw survivors like, they were like soft rude, if you could say it that way. I said GG and they were like talking to each other and maybe they just talked to each other, but in my opinion, it came off as like their way of being rude without like pointing it out to me and saying stuff to me. No matter if you're a survivor or a killer and you do this to others, like berate them and complain, you have some issues to sort out. I don't know what else to say, but yeah. I am just glad he took his anger out on me and not his pets or something. Yeah, I agree with this, kinda. Well, I don't agree with specifically you being harassed. I don't care as well. Like, if someone harasses me in the game and tells me to go fuck off or something like that, right? I don't really care. I just close the in-game chat and just go on with my day, right? So, yeah, and my issue is when people starts to be rude to some people in the community who maybe have some issues, and yeah, maybe not everyone is sane, is what I'm trying to say, or there are some people who have mental issues, and I'm not saying it in a negative way. This is just some things people deal with on a daily basis, some people at least. And my problem is when people starts to complain and berate and do shit like this. And as I said in my toxicity video, some people also give you unalive threats. And if some people are over the edge that day playing the game, they enjoy to play, and someone says this shit to them, yeah, that's kind of my point about all this toxicity stuff. That some people are not capable of taking all of this anger and frustration some other people have, and you never know, it could end up going the wrong way, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I just think people should just chill and play the game, enjoy it. If you have some like salt or something, like you get mad at the game, close it down for a bit and go for a walk, just go outside. I've recently received I don't know what it's called in English, but it's something you can lay in. So you hang it up like from tree to tree and you could just relax, right? And I just grab a cold soda or something like that, right? That's all I'm trying to say. Just relax and chill for a bit. Or maybe just play something else, right? I don't get why people are going overboard and just being mad at each other in the endgame chat. I've seen some TTVs, once again, as I mentioned before, just going all in on berating someone after the game. Just chill out, relax, and enjoy the game. I get that it can be frustrating at times. It is for me as well. But I just go take a break after some games if I don't feel like playing the game, right? That's all I have to say. As always, thanks for leaving these comments and for watching my videos. I hope that I answered these as you expected. I haven't really done these videos before, reading comments, but I will do more of these as I said early on in the video. I apologize for this long format. If you think it should be cut down to maybe 15 minutes, I'll have to cut down to 5 comments a video. But I really want to answer more comments from you guys and read them out and make you a part of my videos. But yeah, leave a like, click the bell for notifications, and subscribe for more content on my channel. All my links is in the description. Scott out. Bye.